Termites cause billions of dollars in structural damage every year, and most homeowners never see them coming until it's too late. But what if your garden could be your first line of defense? Nature has already provided powerful, proven plants that termites actively avoid. And today, we're going to show you exactly which ones to grow and how to use them to protect your home for good. Welcome to Plants Theory. In this video, we're covering 7 plants that repel termites naturally, the science behind why they work, how to grow them, and how to arrange them around your property as a living barrier. No chemicals, no expensive treatments, just plants doing what nature designed them to do. Whether you're already dealing with a termite problem or you simply want to prevent one before it starts, these 7 plants are practical, accessible, and genuinely effective. Let's get into it. Before we jump into the plants, here's something important to understand. Termites are repelled by specific chemical compounds found naturally in certain plants. These compounds interfere with the termites' nervous system, disrupt their ability to navigate, or simply make the environment hostile to their survival. When you grow these plants strategically around your home, you create a chemical barrier that termites recognize and avoid. That is the foundation of everything we're covering today. The first plant on our list is Vetiver Grass. And this one is arguably the most powerful natural termite deterrent that most homeowners have never heard of. Vetiver, known scientifically as Chrysopogon zizanioides, is a perennial grass native to India. It grows in dense, upright clumps and can reach heights of 1 to 2 meters. It has an incredibly deep root system that goes straight down rather than spreading outward, which makes it excellent for erosion control as well. But what makes vetiver so remarkable against termites is its root chemistry. Vetiver roots contain high concentrations of nootkatone, a naturally occurring compound that is highly toxic to termites at the contact level. Research conducted by the United States Department of Agriculture confirmed that nootkatone disrupts the neurological function of termites and other insects on contact, making it one of the most potent natural insect deterrents identified in plant science. Termites that come into contact with vetiver roots do not simply avoid them, they die. This makes vetiver uniquely effective not just as a repellent but as an active barrier. When planted around the perimeter of a structure, the roots form a dense, chemical-laden underground wall that termites cannot cross without harm. To use vetiver for termite protection, plant it in rows around the foundation of your home. Space the plants about 30 to 45 centimeters apart so the roots grow together into a continuous barrier. Vetiver thrives in full sun and is drought-tolerant once established, making it low maintenance in most climates. It grows well in tropical, subtropical, and warm temperate regions. One more benefit: vetiver is not invasive. Unlike many grasses, it does not spread through underground runners. The clumps stay contained, which means you can plant it close to structures without worrying about it becoming a problem of its own. The second plant is catnip, scientifically known as Nepeta cattaria. Most people know catnip for its effect on cats, but its power against insects is equally impressive and far less talked about. Catnip contains a compound called nepetalactone, which is produced in the plant's leaves and stems. A study published in Research Associated with Iowa State University found that nepetalactone is significantly more effective at repelling insects than DEET, the primary ingredient in most commercial insect repellents. That is a remarkable finding for a plant you can grow in a pot on your porch. When it comes to termites specifically, nepetalactone acts as a powerful deterrent. Termites exposed to catnip oil and catnip plant extracts show strong avoidance behavior. The compound essentially signals danger to the termite's sensory system, causing them to steer clear of the area where catnip is present. Catnip is easy to grow. It thrives in well-drained soil and full sun to partial shade. It is a hardy perennial in most temperate climates, meaning it will come back year after year once established. Plant it along walkways, near entry points, and around the base of your home where termites are most likely to attempt access. One thing to keep in mind: catnip does spread through self-seeding if left unmanaged. Trim the flower heads before they go to seed if you want to keep it contained. Alternatively, you can grow catnip in containers placed strategically around the perimeter of your home. The third plant is lemongrass, scientifically known as Cymbopogon citratus. Lemongrass is widely grown for cooking and aromatherapy, but it is also a highly effective natural termite repellent. The key active compound in lemongrass is citronellol, along with geraniol and other terpenes found in its essential oil. These compounds are well documented in scientific literature as repellents for a wide range of insects, including termites. Studies have shown that lemongrass essential oil causes significant avoidance behavior in subterranean termites, the species responsible for most structural damage to homes. The way lemongrass works is primarily through volatile emissions. As the plant grows, it continuously releases these aromatic compounds into the surrounding air and soil. Termites rely heavily on chemical signals to navigate and locate food sources. The chemical interference from lemongrass disrupts those signals, making the area confusing and hostile for termite colonies attempting to establish themselves nearby. Lemongrass grows best in full sun and warm, humid climates. It forms tall, dense clumps that are visually attractive while doing their protective work. In cooler climates, it can be grown in large pots and brought indoors during frost. Plant it along the sides of your home, near wooden structures, and at corners where termites are likely to probe for entry. Lemongrass also benefits from the fact that it grows quickly and densely. A row of lemongrass clumps, spaced about 60 centimeters apart, creates both a visual and chemical barrier that is surprisingly robust. Harvest the stalks regularly to keep the plant productive and to release more of its repellent compounds into the local environment. Plant number 4 is mint, specifically varieties like peppermint, mentha piprita, and spearmint, mentha spicata. Mint is one of the most commonly available and versatile plants on this list. Its strong repellent properties come primarily from menthol and pulegon, potent volatile compounds that are overwhelming to the sensory systems of termites and many other insects. Research confirms that peppermint oil is especially effective at disrupting termite activity, with studies showing that termites exposed to peppermint oil extract experience significant behavioral disruption and mortality at higher concentrations. The practical advantage of mint is that it is extremely easy to grow in almost any climate and soil condition. It spreads aggressively through underground runners, which actually works in your favor when you want to establish a broad protective border. However, that same spreading behavior means you need to manage it so it does not overtake garden beds or invade cracks in your foundation. The most controlled approach is to grow mint in sunken containers or bottomless pots buried in the ground. This contains the root system while still allowing the aromatic compounds to diffuse into the surrounding soil. Place mint plantings along fence lines, near wooden decks, around compost areas, and beneath windows and doorways. Mint also has the advantage of being a useful herb in the kitchen, so growing it serves double purpose. The more you trim and harvest it, the more actively it grows and the more aromatic compounds it releases. Regular harvesting is both good garden management and good termite prevention practice. The 5th plant is garlic, Allium sativum. Garlic is already well known as a natural pest deterrent in the garden, but its specific action against termites deserves more attention than it typically receives. Garlic contains allicin, a sulfur-based compound produced when garlic tissue is crushed or damaged. Allicin and related organosulfur compounds have demonstrated strong insecticidal properties in scientific studies. Research published in pest management literature has confirmed that garlic extracts are toxic to subterranean termites at contact, disrupting their cellular function and causing mortality in test populations. When garlic is growing in the soil, the bulbs and roots release lower concentrations of these sulfur compounds continuously into the surrounding earth. This creates a chemically inhospitable zone in the soil around the plant, which termites detect and avoid. Growing garlic for termite protection is straightforward. Plant garlic cloves about 15 centimeters apart in rows along the base of your home and near any wooden structures you want to protect. Garlic prefers well-drained, fertile soil and full sun. In most climates, it is planted in autumn and harvested in summer, though in warmer regions it can be grown almost year-round. To enhance the repellent effect, you can also make a simple garlic spray by crushing garlic cloves, steeping them in water overnight, straining the liquid, and spraying it directly onto soil, wooden surfaces, and plant beds around your home. This gives you an immediate, concentrated deterrent while your garlic plants are getting established. The sixth plant is marigolds, specifically Tagetes species, particularly Tagetes minuta and Tagetes erecta. Marigolds have a well-established reputation as companion plants in the garden because of their ability to deter a wide range of pests. Their effectiveness against termites comes from a compound called alpha-terthionenyl found in their roots, as well as the strong limonene content in their flowers and foliage. Research has shown that Tagetes species root secretions are particularly effective at disrupting soil-dwelling insects, including subterranean termites. Tagetes minuta, sometimes called Mexican marigold, has been identified as especially potent due to its exceptionally high essential oil content. Studies from pest management research have found that extracts from this species demonstrate significant repellent and toxic effects on termite populations when introduced to infested soil. For practical use, plant marigolds densely in borders around your home's foundation. They grow well in full sun and tolerate a wide range of soil conditions, making them adaptable to most gardens. They are annual plants in most climates, so you will need to replant them each season, but they are inexpensive and fast-growing. You can often start them from seed directly in the ground. Marigolds also attract beneficial insects like parasitic wasps and predatory beetles that prey on termites and other garden pests, giving you an additional layer of biological control beyond the chemical deterrents. The seventh and final plant is neem, scientifically known as Azadirachta indica. Neem is one of the most studied and scientifically validated natural pest control plants in existence, and its record against termites is outstanding. Neem contains a compound called azadirachtin, found in its seeds, leaves, and bark. Azadirachtin is a powerful insect growth regulator. It does not simply repel termites, it disrupts their ability to molt, reproduce, and function at a biological level. Studies have consistently shown that neem oil and neem extracts are highly effective against multiple species of termites, including the highly destructive Coptoderms and Reticuloderm species responsible for widespread structural damage. Growing a neem tree near your home provides long-term, low-maintenance termite protection. Neem thrives in tropical and subtropical climates, growing into a medium to large tree over time. In cooler climates where a full neem tree is not viable, neem oil, pressed from neem seeds, can be diluted and applied to soil, wood, and garden areas as a direct treatment. If you are in a climate that supports it, planting neem trees at the corners of your property creates powerful anchor points for your overall termite barrier. The leaves that fall from the tree also break down and release neem compounds into the surrounding soil, creating a passive, self-renewing protective zone. Now let's bring all 7 plants together into one practical strategy for protecting your home. To create an effective perimeter barrier, combine these plants in a layered approach. Use Vetiver Grass as your primary ground-level barrier planted close to the foundation. Its deep roots and direct toxicity to termites make it your strongest front line. Back that up with a row of lemongrass further out for its aromatic interference. Fill in gaps with marigolds and garlic planted densely at the base of structures and along garden borders. Use mint in contained planters near entry points and wooden structures. Add catnip near doorways, window frames, and at the corners of the structure. If your climate allows it, anchor the outer perimeter with neem trees or apply neem oil to soil and wood directly. For maintenance, keep these plants healthy and actively growing. A thriving plant releases more repellent compounds than a stressed or neglected one. Trim plants regularly, replace dead material promptly, water consistently during dry spells, and top dress with compost once or twice a year to maintain soil fertility. Replace annual plantings like marigolds and garlic each season so there are no gaps in coverage. These plants are not a guaranteed cure for an active infestation, but as a preventive strategy and as a long-term deterrent, they are genuinely powerful tools. A well-maintained living barrier using these 7 plants creates a chemical and biological environment that termites actively avoid. Protecting your home naturally, continuously, and without a single drop of synthetic pesticide. If you found this useful, go ahead and plant your barrier. Start with whichever of these plants grow best in your climate and build from there. And if you want more evidence-based, practical gardening strategies like this one, subscribe to Plants Theory. We cover natural pest control, soil health, companion planting, and everything a serious home gardener needs to know. Thank you for watching.